Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases today we will discuss the case of Bharati-Raja Hospitals and Research Center Private Limited versus Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax. This case has been reported in 455 ITR at page number 30. The matter has been decided by Honorable Madras High Court in a writ petition and the date of the judgment is 12th April 2023. In this case, prosecution against the directors of the company were launched. There are two sections regarding the prosecution. Section 276B, which talks about of the failure to deduct the TDS and after deducting the TDS for non-payment of the TDS into the treasury of the government, and section 278B talks about the offences by the companies. When the prosecution was launched for the non-deposit of the TDS by the directors by holding them that they are the principal officers of the company as per definition given in section 2 clause 35, the directors of the company filed the writ petition into the Madras High Court by saying that this prosecution cannot be launched against them because they were not principal officers of the company as per section 2 clause 35 and they were not involved in day-to-day conduct of the business of the company. The second main contention of the directors was that when the offence of non-deposit of the TDS was conducted, they were above the age of 70 years and according to the instruction issued by the department in 1991, instruction number 5051 dated 7th Feb 1991, it was written in the instruction that the officers are instructed not to initiate the prosecution proceedings against the assessees who were above 70 years at the time of commission of the offence. When the High Court heard this writ petition, it was the point of the Honorable High Court that whether the assessee is a principal officer or not, whether the assessee involves in day-to-day conduct of the business of the company is a question of fact, and the question of fact cannot be determined in a writ petition by the court. And the second point which the assessee was emphasizing that the prosecution cannot be launched against the directors since their age was above 70 years at the time of commission of the offence. For this, the court said that there is a circular of the department which was issued in 2008 dated 28th April 2008. According to clause 4 of that circular, it is said that if the principal commissioner feels that the magnitude of the offence is so grave that the prosecution should be launched against the assessee even if the age of the assessee is above 70 years at the time of commission of the offence, so the principal commissioner can launch the prosecution. So the point of the assessee that whether this offence is of such a magnitude, whether the prosecution should be launched or not cannot be decided in the writ petition. It was the point of the Madras High Court. So on both the grounds, the Madras High Court declined to entertain the writ petition of the assessee and said that for both the two matters, the assessee has to face the trial in the trial court. Friends, this case is so important that when a person becomes the director in a company, so when he becomes the director of the company and if the company do some default of the TDS, then there is always a sword on his neck that the prosecution can be launched against him or her. The assessee has to face the trial. The trial is not easy. And it is the observance in this case that the courts are not in a mood to entertain these type of petitions where the assessee says that whether he is a principal officer or not. So these type of facts cannot be examined by the writ courts according to the Madras High Court. At the end of this video, once again I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Bharatiraja Hospitals and Research Center Private Limited and others versus Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax, and this case has been reported in 455 ITR page number 30. The Madras High Court has decided this matter in a writ petition and the date of the judgment is 12th April 2023. Thank you friends.